Join the conversation on Reality Radio, the show where we discuss everything reality TV with The Review, analyzing everything trendy, the gripping moments, and all the drama. Where we talk about all the TV show participants who were the most at everything. And finally, the predictions, where we try to find out which participants might or might not be voted out of the show. Tune in to Reality Radio and let's get real. On Lagos Talks 91.3. Join the conversation.
Alrighty, a very good afternoon. It's 10 minutes past 3 this fantastic fun-filled Friday, and it's yet another episode of Reality Radio, that show where we get to talk about all things reality TV shows. My name is BBNaija. I'm your host. And in the studio with me, I have a special guest, Brighto. Should we call you the instigator still? Have you owned that tag?
What do you mean by instigator? I don't understand.
Oh, why are you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, now all of a sudden you've forgotten.
I don't know what
you don't know what I'm talking about.
My
don't
name
worry.
is Brighto, not instigator.
That's why I said, should we give you the AKA? Should we put that in a bracket? The instigator. Have you owned that?
Not at all. But you can just call me Lord Baelish. I think.
Oh, you love Lord Baelish. You don't love the instigator.
Sounds nice, yeah.
Okay. Fabulous Joy is in the studio with me as well.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going well, thank you.
Fantastic. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at a few of the highlights coming from the BBNaija house, Shine Your Eye, all throughout this week. Let's start off with the eviction that took place last Sunday, where we saw Boma, Tega, Peace, and Michael leave the house. And they were here with me on Tuesday, where I was asking a few questions, very important questions that a lot of people wanted to find out about. Now, of course, we know what was going on in the house with Tega and Boma. Tega being a married woman and her just cozying up with Boma. And she got out of the house, and it seemed as though the reception that she got or she received when she got out of the house was unexpected, because she assumed that what her and Boma were doing was feeding Nigerians content. But remembering that we're very cultural people, we're still Africans, we're still Nigerians, even if people will say we're hypocritical, but yeah, we own it with our chest, to be honest. And so she got out of the house and she was like, I didn't really know what I was doing was that heavy. She actually said that right here. She said she didn't know it was that heavy. And then, she got to apologizing and all that. So, Brighto, just taking a look at that. Yes, she was a married woman. She got into the house and she was like, I have an understanding with my husband. Do you think that because when she got out of the house, she was surprised now? Because even on stage, when she was speaking with Ebuka, it was as though, my husband is a bad guy. We already had an understanding. So, and Boma is just my friend. Do you think that coming out of the house, seeing her husband and hearing everything that was said, do you think she didn't really expect her husband's stance when she got out of the house? Because remember, her husband did a live with a popular blogger where he was saying things like, the Tega that was in the BBNaija house is not the Tega that I know. The Tega I know is a God-fearing Tega. And if she comes out of the house and she's apologizing for what she did, I will accept her back. But then if she's standing her ground saying that what she did was the right thing, then I would have to let her go. Now that's what he was saying. But when Tega was talking about her husband, even in the house, she said her and her husband have an understanding. So what do you think that maybe she misunderstood her husband before getting into the house about what her husband expects of her, or just coming out of the house, it seemed like her husband changed his tone when he saw the backlash coming from Nigerians?
The thing is, before you go into the house, right, you have to understand one thing, that what works for A might not work for B. You understand? That's just one thing about that. But her own case, I was actually watching the show. I saw everything that happened and all that. So before going into the house, I believe she and her husband have an agreement, and they actually understood each other. Do you understand? So coming out of the house and apologized, because I watched some videos where she actually apologized that she didn't expect the kind of reception and all that. And I also saw where her husband actually reconciled with her and all that. So being in the house doing something, you don't know what's going outside the house, what's going outside the house. So you can't actually tell what's going on outside the house. So she was just acting based on her emotion. And whatever she said inside the house, it was just built around her emotions at that point. Do you understand? So coming outside of the house and she actually apologized and said she's sorry for whatever happened, and her husband, they are both back together. I think that's actually the right thing. I don't. It's actually the right thing. Yes.
So
right, for me, I feel like she was just playing the game the way she wanted to play it in the house, and based on the fact that she and her husband probably have had this conversation before going into the house, and I think again she probably thought that would be a content or highlights for her to trend, outside the house or in the house, no, outside the house per se. So for her, and I'm very sure they have. I can bet. Let me don't say I'm very sure, but I can bet that they've had that discussion. That you know what. Part of what I'm going to be doing in the house, maybe just for highlight's sake, right? I would do one or two, just for people to talk, or just in case I do it, don't feel bad.
Just in case.
Just in case, because this kind of thing you can't predict. You don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. And what works
so
for
A may not work for B. Yeah. And she might feel like, okay, well, I need something to spike to, make
Spice
me...
it up.
Make me trend outside the house. I don't want to just be there, just be quiet. But I'm very sure she didn't know that, or she didn't think this was going to get her out of the house.
Yeah.
She thought.
Yeah.
You thought she?
No. I'm just. I wanted to say. I think Nigerians, we're actually unpredictable. You understand?
We are.
So we might actually love a certain kind of lifestyle this season, and the next season we'll kick against it.
No, don't get it wrong. We love drama. To be honest, Nigerians love drama. But then you have to know, you have to know when to bridge the limit. You have to know when, you have to know what to do as a single person and as a married person. We love drama. We've been shouting, drama, give us content. But then it's not for you as a married person to now go, to bridge the line.
No,
I feel like that part, she overdid it.
No,
okay, what do you want to say, Brighto?
I actually kick against adultery and every form of thing like that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Believe me, if you're in that house, trust me, it's a different situation.
Really?
Right.
Why is it? Like, what's the psychology behind that?
A whole lot of things will be going on in your mind. Do you understand? You try not to you try to please the one and try not to displease the other. So it's actually different in altogether. Trust me. Being in that house, it's a different situation. If you go in there, trust me, I don't think most of the things you would say, okay, this is what I would do before I get into the house. This is what I wouldn't do. Trust me, when you get into the house, you find yourself doing all those things.
Oh wow!
But like Beatrice said it was quite cold inside the house. That it was really cold. That she needed to hug someone, but she didn't know who to hug in the house. So is it like that? Like
it's very, very.
So the
very
cold
cold.
could push you to do anything.
It depends on the individual.
You know what? Now, just coming to think about that, just taking a look at the psychology behind it. Knowing that BBNaija is a social experiment, a lot of times when you're trying to elicit a certain type of behavior from people, you need to set specific triggers, so to speak, that will elicit that thing. And I'm guessing, I've not been in the house, but based on what I've seen and maybe the types of games and the tasks and just bonding situations that you find yourself in, these things have specifically been created for you to somewhat, or for it to trigger those behaviors. Because like you mentioned, on one hand, you say, oh, this is what I'm going to do when I get into the house. But on the other hand, when you get into the house, because remember, if this is a social experiment, it means that the creators of this experiment are very intentional about specific things that they put or create. True. Because there's a type of entertainment that they're expecting. Because that's what the viewers want.
Exactly.
Hence the reason why you go in, maybe you're super cold and you're like, I want to hug somebody, the type of music that's playing, the type of games that they're doing and things like. So I'm actually not shocked or not surprised. So that does make a lot of sense.
Exactly.
That does. But now my own thing is this, and this is what I observed. I probably might be wrong because I'm not in Tega and her husband's relationship. But I feel like before she went into that house, her and her husband had an understanding, but her husband's mouth changed. And the reason I feel this is because people sometimes get it wrong when we are trying to please Nigerians or trying to entertain Nigerians. No matter how woke we might seem or westernized we might seem, we are still very much Nigerian to our core.
Exactly.
Right? So even if we have a lot of influence from the Western world, we also have the bulk of our influence from our parents and our parents' parents and our parents' parents' parents. So that's, that belief of, oh, you're cultural, or this is how things are to be done. We have it in us. No matter how westernized we are, we have it deep inside of us. So you might think that, oh, when I get into the house, I have to give them the content that they want. And you just lose yourself thinking that that's what is pleasing us. But it's not, because you come out of the house and you realize that, oh my goodness, there's a lot of backlash, especially for women as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this backlash for Boma is going to fizzle out. But you see, for Tega, anytime she posts something, there would always be some sort of form of reference to what she did inside the house. And so I feel bad for her, because it seemed like she had that agreement with her husband. And when her husband was receiving backlash because people were questioning his masculinity, they were questioning his authority as a husband, saying, how could you allow your wife, or how can your wife do such a thing? Who wears the pants in the house? And so I felt like he felt the need to defend himself, because remember, the first time he came out with a statement, he was talking as though he was supporting it, saying, yes, I've allowed my wife to go in there. But when he realized that Nigerians were like, say what? It now seemed like he changed his mouth.
No, I believe it's actually pressure, because you don't know what these guys are going through.
Yeah.
If you go through his DM, I believe you. Maybe
different
messages, of course.
Yeah.
But I think he brought that upon himself, to be honest. I think that first time he came out, it was not necessary.
No, you don't know.
The first time he came out to actually try to defend his wife wasn't necessary for me. There was no need for him to come and start saying, oh, I offended my wife before, I have done this on our matrimonial bed, and that does not justify the reason for your wife to be doing shits.
No, I believe
Sweetie,
it's just pressure.
You should know that you're on radio doing what?
Doing things.
Let's be clear.
Seriously, because I think that thing brought people talking, and if anybody dive into his DM to send him messages, because he wanted to put his social media handle out there for people to see and come and start sending him kind of messages he doesn't want, or whatever. And then afterwards, he now went back and was saying the wife is God-fearing.
All those things they said.
It's true. The pressure. I would highlight that. The pressure will be a lot.
And that's why he should have just kept quiet. When all those things happen.
Well, it's easier said than done. When you're outside, when you're outside of it, you seem more objective, so to speak, because you're not in it. But when you're in it, it's different.
They will go as far as insulting you, insulting what you stand for,
Yeah.
insulting your parents.
Even Boma said it's even...
It's actually that bad.
Boma was receiving death threats. Yeah.
Yes.
It's actually that bad.
So that's super scary. But now they've come out, they've apologized, right?
I think they're fine now even.
But then people are saying that Tega does not look remorseful. That's what they're saying. They're saying Boma looks remorseful, but Tega just looks like, oh, let me just apologize for apologizing. That's what a lot of people have been saying.
And I actually think it's Boma. I think it's Boma that is not even remorseful.
You can't actually tell because they just go out of the house. They understand. So different thing is going through their mind. You get so they have different people have different ways of reacting to issues and all that. You get so
true.
The way I handle things now, you might think I don't give it them or I don't care, but I actually care. But you might not see in my facial expression or whatever. You get so we're just different. I think people should just take them for who they are. At least they've apologized. Let's just allow them and let's just move on.
And
I feel why she's not looking. Let me just say she's not feeling, because I don't know what she's feeling. But why she's not looking remorseful is because she actually had this conversation with her husband before going into the house. Yeah. So she's like, we are good. We've had this talk.
But she said it here. She said we're good.
Yeah, I think they are really good now, because I saw a video of them hugging.
I even saw the video. So we don't even know what's going on between them.
Exactly. We can't really tell.
Do you understand? I'll be out there saying all sort of things.
It might be cool on social media.
Yeah. And who knows? Well, to be honest, it's their marriage. I mean, they've come out to put out their statements and they've apologized. Boma has apologized. Tega has apologized. Let's... give them a second chance.
Of course, we have to give them a second chance.
Exactly, and let's see how life goes from there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's don't get them.
Attacking them, going to their DMs. It will actually push them to do what they're supposed to do. You get so. Yeah, definitely. Let's just support them. This is their downtime. We should be there for them.
And I like at least when her husband said, this is when Tega needs me the most. Exactly. Is what he said. He's like, she needs me the most now. I can't leave her now. So I like that. I love that support.
That's an understanding man.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's how it should be.
Yeah, most certainly. All right, please feel free to join the conversation. What are your thoughts? Let us know. You could give us a call 0809 234 5913 0809 222 0913 0809 191-3913. You could also call 01-515-0913. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking, please?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Ebu.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. I want to ask, why are they apologizing?
Exactly.
What really happened that made them want to apologize? They what they did in the house.
Yes.
They were cool with it when they did it. So why are they apologizing?
Because they saw that Nigerians didn't really accept it the way they expected.
It's a Nigerian problem. It's a problem, Gary.
Interesting. Lagos Talks. Good afternoon. Who's speaking?
Oh, Lagos Talks.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Ify, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Say hello to Brighto and Joy.
Yeah, Brighto, how are you?
Adi, bros. Good afternoon.
Brighto, my man. Brighto, no fear, you never start to. ever since the reunion show, and I heard all those things that happened, so I have to salute you. Brighto.
Now, man, you be.
So,
excuse me.
Actually, this is my first time of listening to the show.
Oh, fantastic.
I heard when you are shown, when you advertised earlier on the show.
Oh, lovely.
I said I was going to try and check it out.
Thank you.
So I want to quickly talk about Tega and her husband.
Okay.
So from what I learned from the show, Tega is someone that I don't think she really cares about what people say about her. Because if you listen to the conversation she had in the house with Boma and talking about Angel, talking about her and all that kind of stuff, I don't think she really cares about what people say about her. But I think when she came out and she saw the backlash, I know the way Nigerians are, she thought about the future. Oh, okay, endorsements, business deals and all that kind of stuff. I think that's when she was forced to release that apology. Personally, I don't think Tega really cares, to be honest. And when I saw the video with her husband, they hugged and everything, but to me, I just think they were just playing to the gallery.
Yeah, it did seem like
your
it,
guest
actually.
said, they've already had this conversation, and then when the backlash came out, it surprised them, basically. You understand? But like your guest said, they already had this conversation, and two of them are sort of like a kind. They are similar. They don't really care. You understand? But they just had to put out those whatever just for the records, so as not to spoil their future endeavors. That's my own take.
All right, thank you very much for your take. And this is from Wale on WhatsApp saying, there's a popular saying where I come from, I'm Yoruba, they would say there's a limit to which one can meddle into a couple's matter, because when they finally settle their differences in bed, it will be you, the intermediary, that will now bounce. They will bounce on. Exactly. And you will not become the enemy, to be honest. You will.
Yeah.
All right. So someone is asking, Brighto, what's up with you now? What have you been up to?
I've been up to a lot. Like I have my business coming up. Steady Dough. We'll still be launching it very soon. So it comprises of Steady Dough Travels and also an advertising agency. So it'll be coming up very soon. And aside that, I'm also have some movies I'm working on also.
Oh yeah!
Yes.
Wow!
Not like my own movies. Like
but you're going to be in...
Yes, I'm going to be in the movie.
Of course, you're going to be in the movie.
And also my career is still there. So I have a whole lot of things coming up and just taking them one step at a time.
I love that. I love that. All right, let's move on to another highlight in the house. During the week, we obviously saw that they played the game for the head of house, and Emmanuel actually won the head of house. However, Big Brother put a twist to it, because you know the head of house has the veto power, and so he can save whomever it is or exchange whomever it is that was nominated. And Big Brother now decided to put a twist where it was the person with the second highest number, that is the person that came second place, that has the veto power. Can you imagine? And Perry was the second place. And so Perry obviously saved himself and then replace himself with Queen.
Exactly.
Did you get it? Which is ridiculous. Was there ever any time when you were in the house in the last season where Big Brother put a twist to the show where you thought, this is going to affect my game or affect my chances of maybe winning?
No, the only time I actually experienced such twist was the day I left the house.
Wow.
The day I left the house, because usually the list... four guys would actually stand up, then the other housemate would go into the diary room, then vote for their two favorite. Do you understand? But when it gets to my own point, there's something like that. They said the list three has to go home. Do you understand? So not like list four or list, just list three. The list three go home. So that was just the twist, and I actually felt bad about it. I'm like, they would have just, stick to their initial method, and you never can tell, maybe maybe top 5 or something.
Yeah, true.
So that's just the twist. I actually don't like. Yes.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But yeah, that's what's been going on as regards those that have been nominated. At the end of the day, we're going to definitely share with you those that are up for nomination, and we're going to be predicting who we think will possibly leave the house this weekend. Now, speaking about Queen, we need to talk about what's going on between White Money, Queen, and Jackie B in the house, because it seemed like they were engaged in very serious conversation. I'm talking about White Money and Queen, and the fact that now the audience are saying that White Money seems distracted. And they're saying it's all because of a woman. Why do you think so? Because I know you love to tell this story, so break it down.
Okay.
Carry on, Joy.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought Brighto was going to say something. So, yes, to me also, I know now that White Money is distracted.
Why do you say so?
White Money has already said he there's somebody in the house that he really likes. He has said it a long time ago, not now. And then he said, but he's not going to say it to the person until they leave the house. That he's going to let the person know after the house. And if it's going to be a thing for them, fine. If it's not going to be, then be it. So be it. But in the house, he's not going to have any relationship whatsoever. And now Queen came into the house. Carry a matter. Can't drop for the boy. I don't understand. It's distracting him. It's distracting White Money. Now, okay, so they had a conversation about whether you like me or you don't like me. Queen was asking White Money, and White Money said, I like you, but I don't like you as a girlfriend. Like you as, if he's kind of blunt.
That's quite
like
painful,
And then they were just having this conversation. He said there's this person he really likes in the house, and it's Jackie B. And then Queen was like, why is it that everybody, like, she doesn't have a friend in the house, quite all right, but then every time she tries to go close to someone, like especially girls, White Money is always trying to come into that scene or that friendship. Now, why is it so? And White Money was like, no, I've always said I liked Jackie B from day one, and I've already said I wasn't going to tell her or let her know. And Queen was now angry because she was sad about it. She said, White Money, I've always thought we were a thing or
an item.
Exactly, an item. I've always thought we were starting to sail our own ship. Not until now, you're saying this and all that. So it's a pity. But then what got me angry about White Money now is the fact that White Money went to tell Jackie B the conversation between him and Queen, and I was telling her that I tell her and say I like you. She did vex. But I feel like White Money shouldn't have done that. There was no point telling Jackie B what she and Queen had, the conversation. I know Jackie B now, she was not happy. She started saying, how come I didn't know all these things? But now that I know, I'll start disturbing you. I'll start disturbing because I saw you love in the house, but I don't disturb you as much. But now that I know, I'll have to start disturbing you and all that. White Money like, that's fine. I like disturbance.
Of course you like disturbance from her.
I like people coming to me because it's my nature. I like to help people and all that. And even if you notice, Angel is always disturbing, Nini or so, but I'm always coming through for them. I love to help people. And then he also was telling J. Paul and all that how he was telling Queen, Jackie B, how Queen was messed up one time like that after their party, and then he took her to the bathroom, bathed her, and took her back to the bed without doing anything. Like, there were many times that Queen had even come to meet him and say, kiss me, and you say, no, I don't want to kiss you.
Fantastic. Interesting. So Brighto, it seems like you have a few things to say about this.
No, the thing is, I don't think White Money is distracted. I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. They said all work and no play makes Jack it up.
I like that.
So, and I believe he has paid his due. He has been working all this while. I think it's really time for him to just, take a
he said he has been working.
His fans should just be praying that he shouldn't do it too much. There should be limit to the way he plays and all that.
So he's getting too much. I don't think he's getting too much.
I don't think
so. You know what I actually felt when I was watching his conversation with Queen and also with Jackie B. Number one, I feel like him going to go and tell Jackie B the conversation that he had with Queen was part of his lines. Because at the end of the day, one thing that guys would like to do is to make you feel like you are the special one amongst the others. Hence the reason why he went to tell her, oh, listen to what I was telling Queen. Queen likes me, that type of thing, but I chose you. So I felt like, number one, that was part of his, trying to talk to Jackie B.
Okay.
That's how I felt.
That's possible.
Yeah. And then number two, though, I feel like him going as well to go and tell other people, I don't know if he feels like it's going to score him points. Maybe going to them seeming like he's confiding in them. I don't know. I don't understand that. But then it got me thinking. And I want to ask you this, Brighto, because we've spoken in line of guys who are quite open to talking about their relationships. We saw what was going on with Boma at some point where he was like talking to people about, him and Angel, him and this. So we were talking about some guys that like to expose certain things about their relationship as well. And now with White Money, who seems like he's going around telling people about him, Jackie B and Queen, it rubs people the wrong way. However, I want to know this. When a guy is open to people about his relationship and things that are going on, and not just maybe someone that he's very close to, he's talking to different people about it, does that tell on him as a guy, as, is this against his masculinity, or is this a personality thing? Because how people say, when you're talking like this, are you a woman? But is it a masculine, feminine thing, or is this a personality thing where there are people who just have it in their personality to talk?
No, I think it has to do with individual. Do you understand? But in the case of White Money, I watched the show very well. I watched the show, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think I've seen someone that can actually pinpoint that, okay, this is the particular guy that White Money is close to. Do you get? So him discussing it with Jackie B, I don't see anything wrong with that, because he actually likes the girl. You understand? So if he tells the girl whatever, it's not bad. But the other part where he said he discussed with the other housemates, I didn't really see that part. I didn't really see that part.
He was telling J. Paul, actually. Yeah. He told J. Paul
about what was going on.
What was going on?
He told J.
It depends on what he actually told J. Paul. Do you get? So I didn't really watch that part.
He was just explaining that I don't know why Queen is always getting upset each time I try to talk to Jackie B. I don't know why she's always getting upset each time I try to be nice to Jackie B and all that. And
the fact that he told Jackie B the conversation that he had with Queen as well, was that necessary? It wasn't.
Exactly.
Hence the reason why people were wondering like, what's going on, White Money?
Yeah,
we don't know you to be this way.
But he likes Jackie B. So
he does like
Jackie B. They should bring up a different conversation entirely. If he was going to tell her, let him come up straight and say, you know what, Jackie B, I really like you. I'm just close to Queen as a friend. But you are the real...
The thing is, different guys with different lines. Do you understand? So maybe that's his own way of getting Jackie B. And if that's his own way, I don't think it's actually bad.
But you know what? That aside, one thing I like about him and Jackie B is the fact that he had mentioned that he would like to have something with her outside of the house, which somewhat shows me that, okay, this guy seems to want to take it seriously with her, because there are people who don't mind playing because it's part of the game inside the house and giving people content. Yeah. But he's just like, you know what? And I feel like based on what I'm interpreting it as, it's like, you know what? I don't want to spoil things. I don't want to do these things for the camera. I genuinely want to get to know you. So how about we wait? I'm patient enough for us to get out of the house and take things seriously. And I like that.
I don't know White Money for talking too much. Like, I don't see him talking to different people about different things. So for him to actually discuss this particular issue with Jackie B, that means
that he really likes her. Yeah,
I know. I don't think there's anything bad in that.
Yeah.
You get.
All right, look who just walked into the studio. So we have a policy here. If you come late, you're going to do a giveaway. Yeah. So it's the polymath. Yeah. His name is Yerins.
Hello,
Hi, Yerins.
hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
So do give away.
Give it away.
How's it going?
It's been great.
Fab. So we're just having conversation about all that has been going on in the BBNaija house. Have you been seeing all that's been going on this week? Because right now we're talking about the triangle, I guess, between White Money, Jackie B, and Queen.
Yeah, I heard of that.
So what are your thoughts about that and the fact that it seems like Queen likes White Money, but then White Money likes Jackie B. And White Money was honest with Queen that, so, I like you, but I don't like you like that. I like Jackie B.
Yeah, it's really surprising where these issues is coming from, especially from Queen's side, because, I think White Money has been at least clear to her about his feelings, and also, getting to see her reaction towards, how he handled, however he felt for Jackie B. Her reaction was, for me, I think it's uncalled for.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably she's trying to play the game, get the attention and she's getting it, so maybe that's her plan, but either way, I don't think it's really necessary, the whole drama that she's causing causes that.
Yeah. So speaking about drama, Lord Baelish, right? During the reunion, a whole lot of revelations were made.
Chapter what?
Chapter 16. Chapter 16, with Dorothy disclosing a few things that we didn't know happened in the house, right? But then it seemed like you confirmed some things. There's a tweet you put out, but I can't really recall, exactly what you had said, but somewhat writing off of what was discussed during the reunion show. In a case where we didn't know what happened, but then we found out because Dorothy disclosed it to us, but then you also somewhat confirmed based on your tweet. Did you feel the need to do that? Because then people were asking questions. Some people that did not watch the reunion show, they felt like, oh, you were the one talking about it first. And they were like, why are you bringing up all this conversation about what happened between you and Dorothy inside of the house? But then we saw that he was the one who brought it up during the reunion show. And it seemed like you had to somewhat make a statement. Were you pressured to make a statement? Did you think about just ignoring things completely and just allowing people, interpret whatever they wanted to interpret from the reunion show? But what made you vocal as well?
During the union, I don't think I was vocal. I was just looking at them. They were saying a lot of things, but I didn't really say much. So talking about the tweet, I woke up in the morning and I started receiving calls from different people telling me about the tweet. So it wasn't me that posted that tweet.
It wasn't you?
It wasn't you?
It was my handler, but I called him immediately and asked him to bring it down. So I don't know anything about the tweet.
Wow.
Yes, there's no way I would actually do something like that. Come on. No.
And I like the fact that you cleared that because, there's so many people that probably don't know this right now. Maybe they've heard that it was your handler, but I did not know that it was your handler that actually put that out.
I didn't put that
But I
out
like
there.
the fact that you actually told your handler, you know what, take it down.
Of course.
Because I wouldn't even make that type of statement in the first place.
Exactly.
And I do appreciate that. This is coming from a listener saying, hello, Brighto. Nice to hear your voice on radio again, especially on the midday show with Ify. Thank you very much. And then he went further saying, I don't think White Money is not aware that he was in a relationship. Queen took it to heart and she's distracting the winner. To White Money fans, no sympathy votes to other housemates. And to Brighto, do you still turn Semo? That is hilarious. So are you saying that this was a case where a female is in a relationship with you but you don't know?
So the thing is
that what he's trying to say?
I actually don't get what he's trying to say, but if I'm to say, I think Queen is actually okay. Let me see. I think Queen likes White Money.
Of course she does. We've seen that.
And
Yeah.
White Money likes Jackie B. So
Yes.
there is actually they just need to strike a balance and let everybody just be at peace and move on and focus on the game.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think White Money self, he knows, and he should stop being nice to Queen if he doesn't want the relationship from her, because he knows that Queen really, really likes him. That's all I know.
That's interesting. So, Yerins,
Yes.
I want you to comment on this because based on what Joy has said, she said, then White Money should stop being nice to Queen. Now, White Money, based on what we've seen, he's just a feel-good type person. He's that type of person that he will get along with every and anybody.
Yeah.
In a case where, and if you're in this situation, Yerins, where there's someone there and maybe someone you're friends with who likes you, but you don't like her in that manner, would you stop being nice to her so that you don't pass the wrong message to her? Or how would you handle it if you were in that situation?
Yeah, for me, or what I think should have happened, I don't think White Money should change who he is, because once it starts reacting a certain way towards her, it's not going to be smooth for him and he's not going to feel as free as he wants to be. And White Money is someone that doesn't he always wants to express himself and just be free with everyone, I think in the house, earlier that first week, second week, Princess actually gave some hints that she liked him too, and he was actually free with her. He told her how he felt and everything, and she respected herself. And she, even if she had that feeling in her, she actually gave White Money his space. And even whether she noticed anything with any other housemate, she just still respected that. So for me, I think everything should come from Queen's side. She should understand that this guy doesn't like me that way, and respect that. I think that's the fair way to play. White Money shouldn't change who he is because of someone else, because he's not.
If he's not going, even if he's not going to change, but let him say it out. Queen, I know you like me. I see when you get angry whenever I'm close to Jackie B or any other lady. Maybe if you're not getting this thing right, I am not in a relationship with you. I want you to understand I'm just friends with you, and I just want to be good friends with you.
Yeah, I think
that is not
true.
Everything is not in Queen's hand. I think him too. He knows. He will not tell me that he's not saying it. He knows that Queen genuinely. I don't know if it's genuinely, but
obviously he does know. He does know that. Yeah. But I know. But then the thing is, I don't really know where you draw the line, because if you're like truly a nice person that flows with people, what are those specific things for you to do or not to do so that you don't pass the wrong message across? Is it do you not maybe give her food, or do you not laugh with her? I don't really know, especially in this case where they are all in one house, like in the same space. It's like, so what can he really do if not just to tell her, oh, I don't like you in that manner?
Yes.
So I don't really know what else he could do to let her know if she doesn't
treat her the way he's treating Nini, Sasuke, and every other person. And then because she's the one that is coming more than he is going to her, actually.
There you go.
Right. So for him to know that, okay, this one is special, kind of, he should let her know that don't take it too personal. We're just friends.
But then you know what, that does make sense. But now I'm even confused, because remember with Jackie B liked Michael, and with what Michael said when he was here, when we were having a conversation, he was like, obviously, he wants Jackie B to stay till the end because he's rooting for her. However, of course, he can't wait for her to get out of the house because he wants to see how things will go, which I like.
Hey, White Money and Michael.
I like that, But then Jackie B liking this attention in the house, because remember she mentioned that, I didn't know this when White Money was letting her know, like, this is the way I feel about you, and this is what was telling Queen. She was like, I didn't know this, now I'll be looking for your trouble. So it's now very confusing, because remember Jackie B and Michael were having their issues when they would fight one day, there would be a couple goals the other day. It was so confusing. And now that Michael is gone, and then Jackie B, I don't know, is it that Jackie B just likes the attention that she's getting from White Money, or she was just there to play the game anyways, and she doesn't mind who she ships with? I don't get it.
No, I think she likes the attention. It's more for girls to like attention from guys. So I think that's what's happening.
She just likes the attention.
I think it's attention. She just likes the attention. Of course, you don't know what's in their mind. You just play along, just enjoy the attention they're giving you.
All right, this is coming from a listener saying, one plot of land from Lekki, from Yerins for coming late. So Yerins, that's the giveaway that we're expecting. This is coming from Oluwa Constant saying, White Money has cleared her and told her clearly that I know you like me, and that is why you're feeling this way. That's White Money to Queen. So he's trying to say that White Money has already told her that.
I think that was the conversation
they were having. Yes. Exactly. Now, speaking about relationships, let's talk about Sasuke. There's someone that I know that mentioned to me, the only person that I've seen practice polyandry in BBNaija is Sasuke. Because we know that there is J. Paul and there is Cross. Exactly. Now, for Sasuke...
And there used to be Yusuf.
There used to be, but that's before. Now we know that a few days ago, J. Paul surprised Sasuke with a bouquet, which was super sweet, because I remember when he was in the diary room asking Big Brother if he could use his Abeg Naira to buy flowers for Sasuke, which he did. And he did it in grand style because he decided to, share a few words. And his lyrics were on point, talking about how she's on fire, how she deserves flowers every day, how she's beauty and brains. And she was just there, like, smiling and crying with her hand over her face. I was trying to figure out, was she crying or was she blushing?
I thought she was blushing. But then when Madam Angel and Co could not stop saying God when, God when.
I love it, because they were there. They were hyping the moment. Angel was like, nah, man, you be. And I love that she was saying that. But let's talk about Cross. I feel like Cross was the highlight, because where was Cross? Cross was washing plates.
Cross couldn't stop washing plates.
was
there. He was
watching,
peeping through the gas.
watching the play. I felt bad for him because we know that there has been this triangle where clearly Sasuke does not want to be attached to just one person in the house, and clearly she loves the company of both Cross and J. Paul. You feel like there's something there, maybe some sort of chemistry. But the fact that there's this subtle competition, so to speak, between Cross and J. Paul because of Sasuke, and the fact that J. Paul made a move, like a big move, giving her flowers, I felt like Cross thought in his mind, J. Paul won, Cross 0. What are your thoughts about that? And just seeing how Cross was responding to it or reacting to it.
So I believe they both like Sasuke and all that, but J. Paul applied more pressure. I think that's actually why
the famous words of Lord Baelish.
Why he came on top. So come on, every girl would definitely love flowers and attention and sweet words. I think that's why J. Paul won her heart. I believe that's the reason.
Yerins, what do you think about that?
I kind of feel bad for Cross. It's just it's just there smiling and you can't stop. It's. But either ways, like you said, J. Paul is applying pressure more, and but the thing I want to ask that I don't even know is, have she said, okay, I'm dating one of these guys?
No, Sasuke will never say that. I don't think she wants to do that in the house.
And they both know that they are not going, like she's not dating any of them.
Yeah. I'm sure they are aware of it.
They are aware because she hasn't said, because there was one time Cross was even angry saying, Sasuke, you're not saying anything and I really like you, and if I find out you are not what you think or what you're saying you are outside this house, I will never ever talk to you in my life. So she has just not told J. Paul, you are the one. She has not told Cross, you are the one.
But we all know
and
she
will not
belongs now.
Yeah, but
who do you think he belongs to?
To Paul.
J. Paul.
Really?
I think she likes the both of them, but trust me, Cross is not just for J. Paul. We all know that Cross is a cruise guy.
For
it's not for her.
Okay.
Cross is not. I don't even think Cross is ready to even settle.
I think she'll be
settle
more
down
comfortable
or
with someone
down.
like J. Paul.
Yeah, I
More
think J. Paul,
comfortable.
because
Okay.
she's calm. J. Paul is a sweet guy, he's calm as well. Cross is that kind of guy that should be dating.
But guess
Angel.
what? They say opposites attract.
but
No. That might be cataclysmic. They say opposites attract. The fact that she's
and also,
calm and all that
J.
Cross
Paul
might
is
look
a bit
like-
of both.
Cross might look like someone that would date Angel, but he's actually like a baby. Like the way everything, like
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Like the way he acts, the way what he eats, the food, the kind of the way it's just like a baby. And people like her will really.
I feel like Cross just all over the place, and I'm not sure. Sasuke has that energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And J. Paul takes his time to understand
Do you get?
what's her name, Sasuke likes and what she doesn't. So I think that's why.
You remember when Sasuke Cross slept on Sasuke bed last week, and then J. Paul was angry. It was like, why would Cross come and sleep on your bed? I don't know if J. Paul wanted to go and fight because it was funny.
Territory. I know usually you would see that men love to mark their territory. Because they're like, come on, what?
Yeah.
Like,
And
what do you mean?
Exactly.
And
do
the
you know
reason
that
why.
J. Paul never disturbs Sasuke about who are we, what are we,
What are we?
You just
who
do the
am
right
I?
thing.
That's
You know,
it. And I like that.
He's just-
Action.
He's doing the right
Yes,
thing.
he's doing the right
personally,
thing.
I don't like it when, and this is just a random conversation, maybe when guys, quote and unquote, are talking to you and they expect that because I'm talking to you, you should see it as a privilege that I like you.
Exactly.
They might not say as a privilege, but they're expecting that because I'm talking to you and I'm paying you attention, why are you paying other guys attention? But then the question is, are you even doing the right things?
Exactly.
So you just want it to be easy. Oh, now that I'm talking to you means say goodbye to everybody that you're talking to. But that's not how it is. It's a process. You build up, you do the right thing. And that's what J. Paul is doing.
Yeah.
He's wooing her, sweeping her off her feet, making her smile, saying the right things. But then it seems like Cross wants to like, are we not doing this or not? Like, I like you. Oh, yes, I know you like me, but what does that mean? Some other people could like me, so should I answer just anybody that likes me? What's different with you? Like, what are you doing? What are you showing me that makes me safe and comfortable with saying yes to you? I think that's what Cross needs to learn.
I believe Cross doesn't want to go through the process.
He doesn't want to.
He wants to skip the process.
He wants to skip the process.
So that's what
and
I'm
you
saying.
can't.
The kind of girl he deserves is Angel, because Angel is very open. Angel, anything comes, she's free like that.
I
She's
don't
free.
like the way he said that part. This type of girl. What do you mean by that? The type
Angel
of girl
is
he
a very
deserves.
here and there girl. She's fun to be with. She's hyped. she's just so much energy in her.
And she'll say, you know what, we're doing this, we're not doing this.
Yeah,
she goes straight to the point.
She can just tell you, I like you, I don't like you. But Sasuke wants love.
Of course, which is what most women actually want. They want to be wooed.
So she's watching.
You know? What was his name? Cross is actually a sweet guy, I think so. But it's just that he don't know how to interpret. Do you understand? Yeah. Interpret all those sweetness and everything to Sasuke's understanding. I think that's where the problem lies. Do you understand?
And I feel like that is where communication comes into play, because, for instance, this is just random. When you talk about listening, there's something called active listening. Listening is not just I'm hearing you. It's I'm hearing and I'm understanding what you're saying. So I feel like if Cross takes time to understand who Sasuke is, he would know what to do. Mm-hmm. Because if he's just trying to, okay, I like you, and this is how I act when I like people. No. It's not about how you act when you like people. It's also how she interprets likeness as well. So you want to identify what that language is, and you want to speak that language. That's what, you know what, when Cross comes, I'll tell him all these things. You know, I will teach him. I will teach him all these things. Definitely. This is coming from Wale saying Cross should carry his cross. I see what you did there. Right. This is coming from a listener saying Sasuke. Sasuke for me is playing the game. Sasuke can't handle the man Cross and his fire. Cross for me is the perfect macho. And Sasuke, they fear, and she wants a piece of both of them. You know, we mentioned that, like, I think last week or so, saying that Sasuke wants a bit of both. Like, if she can have a bit of J. Paul and a bit of Cross. I mean, won't we all want that? Where we're like, let's create our ideal person. Let's have a bit of this person, a bit of that person. And that's what she wants as well. But anyways, guys, it's at 3:55. We need to be wrapping this up. Let's take a look at who we think would most likely leave the BBNaija house this weekend. Now, we know Queen, Saga, Licorice, Sasuke, White Money, Jackie B, J. Paul, Emmanuel, they're up for eviction. And who do you think is most likely to leave this weekend?
Okay.
At least your top three.
Top three.
Yeah.
That will leave, yeah?
That will leave, yeah.
Okay. I would say J. Paul, Saga and Sasuke. Yeah.
Okay, so J. Paul, Saga and Sasuke. Yerins, what about you?
Interesting. Okay, Saga. I think I'm gonna leave. Jackie B.
Okay.
And J. Paul. I think those three, if I'm to call.
All right. So what about you, Joy?
I think J. Paul, Saga. Wow, this thing is tough. Maybe Sasuke, but I'm not sure.
I feel J. Paul, Saga, maybe, I don't know, Jackie B or Emmanuel.
Emmanuel is the head of ours, I don't think.
Emmanuel.
Yeah,
but then that's the thing, the veto power was given to
Pere.
No, because he's the head of ours, he's also not.
So he can't, so even if, so I just assumed that, now that the veto power was given to Pere, it means that he still stands a chance to actually leave the house. Okay, so he's safe. Okay, then it means that Jackie B probably.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to see that. This is coming from a listener saying, I think Saga, Jackie B and J. Paul would likely be evicted this coming Sunday, but I voted for Jackie B. Well, it's good that you voted. Let's see how far that vote goes. Yerins, what have you been up to? The polymath, opening the world up to the fact that we probably all are polymaths because we have interests in diverse places and people are now, awoken to the fact that they want to start pursuing these different interests. So what are you doing right now? What's up with your brand? What's up with the polymath?
It's been crazy. We're putting the work. We're just trying to balance things out. Before the Big Brother house, I was living in Abuja. So I just got a place here in Lagos, Lekki. So
okay, do give away now.
But I, all the same, I'm trying to just settle down and get to work.
Fantastic.
I keep promising everyone, we're making amazing things, and thanks everyone for their support and all that. So yeah, we're coming with great stuffs. Watch out.
Hey, watch out. All right, people, thank you so much. And thank you for being a part of the show today. Brighto, thank you so much. Looking forward to your business.
Yes.
So when you finally...
Steady dough.
So when it finally is open up, would you come tell us here? Would you tell us on social media? Let us know how we're going to find out.
Everywhere. Just
everywhere.
Yes, I'll put it out there.
So what's your social media handle?
The Brighto_.
The Brighto_. What about you, Yerins?
Yerins, Abraham.
All right. Fantastic. Fabulous Joy, would you like to share yours as well?
Yeah, at Fabulous Joy OAP.
Fantastic. Thank you so much to everyone who was a part of today's edition of Reality Radio. Remember, this happens Fridays from 3 p.m. So ensure you make it a date with us. What we do is to just highlight the top trending topics in your favorite reality TV show. And there is a particular reality TV show that is coming up shortly. We've been seeing the ads here and there, and we know that it's been super popular because of the UK version. And now finally they're saying that they're bringing it to Nigeria. So we probably would be talking a little bit about that when the time is right. But for now, it's about BBNaija. So ensure that you tune in Fridays, 3 p.m. right here on Lagos Talks 91.3. If you've missed out on the previous episodes, check out my YouTube channel, Ify Igwe, that's IFYIGWE. Subscribe to my channel, watch the videos, comment, like, all that good stuff, and share the videos as well. And what else? And Lagos Talks as well. Please ensure that you watch all my interviews, because I've been interviewing the evicted BBNaija housemates. So the interview with Tega, with Boma, with Michael, with Peace, it's on our YouTube channel. So go check it out. So that's Lagos Talks 913 and Lagos Talks 913 across all social media platforms. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Ify_I, that is IFY_I. And a big thank you to SM Productions for the beautiful production. Check them out on Instagram. All right, guys, till next week. Thank you so much once again for being a part of the show.
Join the conversation on Reality Radio, the show where we discuss everything reality TV with The Review, analyzing everything trendy, the gripping moments, and all the drama. Where we talk about all the TV show participants who were the most at everything. And finally, the predictions, where we try to find out which participants might or might not be voted out of the show. Tune in to Reality Radio and let's get real on Lagos Talks 91.3. Join the conversation.